Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today I'm very excited to be checking out the fourth most popular game in all of Kickstarter. That is Nanolith Cyberpunk RPG, the board game, which has raised 128,000 euros. It has 27 days left to go. Nanolith Cyberpunk RPG board game is a 1-to-4 awakened heroes retrieve their dark memories in this RPG, co-op, skirmish, and story-based board game. So I'm not the biggest fan of the main image, but I absolutely think they did a great job utilizing their space here. I now know it's a 1-to-4 player game. It's an RPG, co-op, skirmish, story-based board game, so I should expect a heavy theme in this one. A lot of information was conveyed there. That being said, I feel like this is a little bit cluttered right here. Join 1,100 backers, funded in 45 minutes. I know you're trying to like market to, but I feel like there's probably more vital information that could be contained here. Like, how many pages is the storybook? How many unique cards are in the game? How many asymmetrical rolls? Something gameplay-wise I think could really move the needle here a little bit more than that. But let's click on it. Yeah. It shows some minis. Yeah, so this main image, it's just, it's not really doing much for me. But as always, when you go in the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. It's you.
We came in peace. We brought to you the Nanolith. But your greed knows no limits, only death. Now has come the time to fight. Wake up. The Nanolith awaits.
Components.
Welcome to New Eden, humanity's last line of defense. Explore its open world. Unlock locations, encounters, comics, and more.
Wow.
And solve riddles in a choose-your-own-adventure style experience.
Now, they gotta be careful using the term choose-your-own-adventure style. I used that in the title of a video once, and I got a cease and desist, just a minor one. It was just like, hey, you know, you can't use this. Like, don't make us push it any further. We're just, a lot of people don't even know that. So be careful with that. But wow, that looks really cool, and I feel like they did a great job of spotlighting what this game is. It's more like a book almost, kind of like maybe what is it? The series that Van Ryder Games has, some stuff like that. That gets me really excited. And once again, moving on to that main image where you're like 1,100 backers and have already funded or whatever, I feel like mentioning like this, like, oh, there's stickers? We're stickering things?
Hard-earned credits in shops. Play with highly distinct characters with a
So legacy-esque. I feel like that is a word we need to be throwing around here. Anytime you have features like that are legacy-esque, I feel like we use that word in the marquee because that's at least going to get eyeballs on the project that might not have been otherwise. Because that's great.
Unique set of skills and an easy and rich leveling system, all with a sole objective: crush the disruptors of the nano.
Oh, showcasing acrylics. Love acrylics. And they're showcasing the minis while not, you know, overly focusing on the minis. It's more about the gameplay.
Push your luck via dice manipulation to stress out the nanomachines in your body.
Love dropping the buzzwords there. Dice manipulation. Press your luck. Love seeing that sort of thing. That makes me feel more comfortable as a gamer, because sometimes we see games like this on Kickstarter that are from the RPG world and they're dipping into the board game world, and they're not the most user-friendly. But saying terms like that, I just feel like that's a nice little security blanket there.
And finally, get a nano shock. Each encounter is different. Rescue a wounded resistance fighter. Unravel the mystery of the glowing clamps. Get stumped by a xenocase. Immerse yourself in this game through stories, comics, and illustrations. Just open the box and dive right into the
Minimal
action.
setup, wow.
It is up to you to destroy the powerful Babel Corporation. Join the resistance and pledge now for Nanolith.
Very
Only
cool.
on Kickstarter.
I feel like the first 40 seconds where they were theming was the first 30 seconds where the theme was a bit hard, but once we got into this and I kind of got a feel for a vibe for what this is with the comics and the Gloomhaven and the stickering things, do I want it? Is an absolute yes. This looks cool as both a solo game and a cooperative game. I'm in. So can you do it? How much is it? Let's get to that. Woodpecker Games, formed in 2021. Woodpecker Games is a team of 3 board game designers and enthusiastic players based in Germany. We love board games and we want more people to enjoy them. That's why we create, publish, and distribute board games and organize various gaming events. Our newest project is Nanolith, an immersive cyberpunk role-playing board game. We're a small company, but have big plans. So pretty much talking about the personal touch, saying we're board game designers. We came together. We're doing this. We got 4 people here in the collaborator, so we should have some really good customer service. And 2 created. What did they do before? So this was originally canceled. Wow. And then they retooled it for over a year. Now that gets me excited about this Kickstarter campaign, because that tells me they spent a year polishing. And yeah, wow, look at that. That is like nothing. That looks like that looks like the D- you get in English class when they're like, we told you to write a 3-page paper and you just put a big picture here for 1.5 pages or something like that. So yeah, hopefully this one much more pledged, robust. Anywho, the world is in ruins. Awake your treasured memories of the last hope for Neo Eden. Fight for your past to restore the power of the Nanolith, but beware for how deep you gaze into your own heart, as fear could be all that you find. What? Total game time, 50 to 60 hours. Yeah, like right there. Going back to that main image thing. 1,100 backers, cool, nifty, neato. How about you tell me that there's 50 to 60 hours of gameplay. 90 to 120 minutes. That's what I'd love to see as well. Co-op Cyberpunk RPG. First campaign was a Kickstarter bug. They canceled after 10 seconds, though. Okay. I was going to say, because that was a page. That's the kind of page, honestly, where I see that page and it's sitting at the very bottom of the Kickstarters. Just because, maybe it would have worked 10 years ago. So I'm glad to hear that was not like an actual page they launched. Nanolith story. You want to get deep into the theme? Okay, cool. The game is insane. The ignition of the ultimate attacks is awesome. The best thing I've seen in a long time. The ignition of the ultimate attacks is awesome. So he's talking about a specific thing in the gameplay. Doesn't make much sense to me, but okay, I like when people spotlight specific things in games. I like it better when I know what they're spotlighting, though. How to play. Explore a vast open world full of adventures with minimal setup time, fight in unique encounters, so we're taking things from the video or plopping it in there. Pledges. I enjoyed the map is from the book and that you can sticker cards for ability upgrades. Really unique and fun. Okay, I enjoyed the map is from the book. So, yeah, that's cool. So they're pretty much just spotlighting something you already knew from the video, which was, it's got the Gloomhaven style book, which is very popular now, and I love that idea. And that you can sticker cards from the ability upgrades, also fantastic. So Awaken pledge, $80. So we just get right down to it, $80, and I feel like they've sold me on that. Mostly just because they said 50 to 60 hours of gameplay, 1 to 4 players, cooperative. The book looked good, the art looked great. Tons of lore, and yeah, so $80, that feels like about a Kickstarter right price for a game like this. This definitely feels like a premium game. It feels like more than a $60 MSRP with miniatures and acrylics and tons of story. Or maybe the miniatures don't even come in that one. Still, 50 to 60 hours, $80, I'm in. Hero pledge, 110. So this includes the Kickstarter exclusive content, deluxe component upgrades. So this is how you get the minis, the acrylic player boards, the custom dice, the acrylic tokens, the game mode, the arena, plus the boss fight. Okay, 110, that's what they're hoping most people take. And there's nothing else. Interesting. Very surprised there's nothing else, but it's very clean and clear. I do like that. They didn't beat around too long to get to the price, so that looks pretty solid. And let's check it out. 33 people wanted the $80 one. Nope, everybody wanted the 110. 31 people took that. And then this was the early bird. Yeah, this was the deluxe. And I feel like that was a great idea on their part, not to break up their early birds into the Awaken early bird and the Hero early bird. And the reason why is by just kind of forcing people's hands in the fire to get the Hero pledge in that early bird, you're essentially guaranteeing that you're going to get a really large print run of all these minis in this game. Because what you don't want is everybody to say, oh yeah, I'm pretty cool with this $80 pledge. I don't need this 110. And then it's like, oh, well, the cost to make that extra $30 miniatures expansion, it's a lot. So, okay, good looking numbers here. 31, 33. So it looks like, aside from the early bird, but once again, this just launched. Never mind, just launched yesterday. Rules draft. Click here to view the draft of game rules. All right. Oh man, 40 pages. And I think that was the thumbnail of this video. It was something along the lines of, I want to see the rule booklet. Because this really just absolutely looks like a passion project to me. An absolute passion project. And many times these passion projects, the rule booklets are not the greatest. Preparation. So this is the game setup. Okay, we got the components list, preparing the characters. All right, this looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. 40 pages is a lot, though. Lots of text. We got some pictures, illustrations, examples. Like to see more. Like to see a lot more. Because we got just like art here. Yeah, honestly, I think that'd be the biggest thing I'd recommend is just make sure you read the rules before you jump into that one. Because that's a long one. 40 pages. But here's the thing. Here's my question. And one thing that I wish they would spotlight. How user-friendly is this? How easy? Because it says it's an easy setup, but does it have like a tutorial mode? Because I would imagine that like the first few missions are like the cutting your teeth in tutorial type thing. And if that is in fact the case, then I feel like they should be spotlighting that. Like, oh yeah, it was so easy to like that'd be a great quote. It was so easy to learn with the introductory scenarios or something like that. Because honestly, when I saw that 40-page rule booklet, whoa, that scares me. That scares me because that's like the kind of thing where it's like, ooh, that's going to be maybe one I don't get to the table because that rule booklet is just such a beast and a half. But maybe there's a how to play video down here as well. We can always hope. Biomutant Shock Troops. So these are all this is for $30. No, this is the $80 pledge. You got standees. It looks good. Looks good. I honestly have no issues with this. Even with the standees, because you're getting 50 to 60 hours of gameplay, 180 plus cards. I feel like they did a good job of spotlighting that. That's very nice. The sticker sheet, the 8 then we get the 110, which gives you the minis, and it gets you, wow, that's cool. Played inside the game box. That's nifty. Final Fantasy, the board game. Please bring this awesome game back on my table. So it's just make the equivalency between those two. Okay. Stretch goals. Unlocked acrylic cubes. So upgraded cubes. Cool. Like that. And it's already been unlocked. Fantastic. New comic. Chapter 2, The Refuge Ship. What does this mean? How many pages is in this? Is it in the book, I'm assuming? Is this an additional thing? I would imagine just boom this a little bit over and just give me like a paragraph. Give me 2 sentences. And I see so many companies do this. Just put in a couple sentences about what the pledge level actually is. Upgraded card thickness. That's nice. 55,000, Chapter 3. So this is additional. So they're making the comic longer, I think. That's cool. Bookmark to save your game. Okay. And hopefully the back of the bookmark has like a list of things that you need to do to save your game, because that actually sounds super user-friendly, and that becomes then I think a great idea. But I'd love to see the back of that. I'd love to see it zoomed in. I'd love to have a couple sentences letting me know those little details, the little juicy details, because I love these stretch goal sections. Aside from the lack of information that I'm getting on some of the questions that I have, but these are micro stretch goals for this campaign every $10,000. So you're gonna have to check back every day, few days potentially, if this thing continues to pick up steam, to see unlock pledge goals, and they all look to be great ones. A chapter in a comic, paper upgrade. Chapter 5, linen finish on all the cards, great. Thicker punch board, individual hero tuck boxes, that's nice, but look at this. This image, like that backdrop, does not do any service to this image. You should zoom in on this. I want to see this. Get a different color here. Or at least just put a white backdrop so I can't even see the artwork. Locked, what is this? Oh, this one's locked. It's coming up. It's a new tile. Fantastic. Prologue update 816 location. I don't know what this is. I can't click on it. I'm done. Social goals. Ooh, so new likes on Facebook page. So this is great. They're trying to drive me to unique locations. All right, new likes on Facebook page. Great. New Facebook in the new members, new shares of Kick Track count daily. So these individual clickers, they're not individual clickers. I clicked on the Kick Track and it took me to the Steam Workshop. Let me see. Do they all do that? Okay, so that's odd that you would make this so it all just goes to Tabletop Simulator. Oh, because you unlocked it? Is that what? So this is just odd. Like, I would do these as individual little snippets like these, and then just make it so I could click on each one individually, because I was going to do that. I was going to click on these. I was going to join some of these. But now I'm like, oh, whatever. And how did we unlock this? What does this do? I love the social goals. I love the fact that we're trying to share this. We're trying to get things going. But how does it work? Is it in the updates? But it should be here. Let me know. Free demo. Is this once again take me to Steam? Cool. Like it. Try it on Tabletop Simulator. Got it. And then we have, so this is social goals part 2. So the next goal is that at 200 we get something. 200. How does that work? 200 what? Is this for different? This is so confusing. I love the fact that we're trying to do this, and we're trying to churn all these different places, getting on the BGG hotness, Facebook shares, Kick Track, Instagram. I love that. It's just they didn't quite stick the landing on trying to figure. Oh, here we go. Now we have the individual ones. Give you that heart. I'll heart you up. 131. Make that 132. Previews. I love how they have taken technology and used it to allow magic as a story element. It's quite clever. I don't know what that means. It sounds neat. So we got this video. What is this? Oh, how to play. There we go. Beautiful. This is look at the prototype. I just want to play through. How to play is fantastic. That makes me feel way more comfortable with that 40-page rule booklet. Excellent.
The cost of a pair of
and it's right up top here. Great. A cyberpunk convention. So these are previews. I just want the gameplay. I'm guessing this is the gameplay. Maybe preview, Kickstarter preview. So no, just straight gameplay. Or if it is, it's buried in here. I would have that. I'd like to see that a little bit spotlighted. But once again, the how to play video, definitely fantastic there. Why back now? This game would never be released without your support. Years of development, writing, illustration, got it, passion project, things, stuff. Characters, artwork, kind of. I'm just looking for shipping now. Here we go. So shipping, please note that shipping rates are generally subject to fluctuations. I got it. That's fine. And then we have the conversion of currencies. They're pretty much just saying, hey, euros are the same as dollars. So $14 to Germany, $12, then $10. That's a great shipping rate. That is a really fantastic shipping rate, especially when I factor in the last project I did today was an RPG book, and they were charging $20 to ship, just a book. And so this is at $10 and $12. This is a fantastic shipping rate. Now, granted, they were in Canada, but once again, they're not in America. Yeah, they're in Germany. So I'm not sure how they're crushing on the shipping. Maybe they're subsidizing somewhere here or there, but that is a fantastic shipping rate. And honestly, this is why I feel like the shipping should be higher, man, because that's a great shipping price, $12. So now I'm looking at $112. Oh, the early bird is over. So I'm looking at $122. That seems reasonable for 50 to 60 hours of gameplay to me. The upgraded game, the minis, the fact that this doesn't feel like a game that you're just going to go pick up at retail. This feels like this could potentially be one of those ones that only gets one print run. So I feel like it's a very reasonable Kickstarter price with some great shipping rate there. Customs friendly. No extra customs or VAT charges. So, wow. So, I definitely feel like this should have been spotlighted way more. Like, 545 minutes, join 11, don't care. VAT, free, $12 shipped to the United States of America. Like, I see you're talking about the shipping up here, but you have such fantastic shipping and it's just buried down here. Kind of just an afterthought. I don't feel like at this point most people are going to be... I feel like the decision has been made by most people, and I feel like something from this could potentially skew them. $12 to ship your Kickstarter all-in pledge, that is really good. So I definitely think that should be higher. So we got the game together, we got the story, we got the things, risks, and challenges. All right, so let's take a look at the FAQ, the updates, comments, give this one a grade. Why did you cancel a campaign before? The canceled campaign was a bug in Kickstarter. The cancel was, okay, cool. And that makes sense why there was so little information. Will Nanolith be available in other languages? What about miniatures? We are big miniatures fans ourselves. What about the replayability? The plot of the game, the development of the characters is the main part of the game. Changing values and characteristics on game card in the book are a conscious design decision to represent the change in the world and characters. And all pledge levels are stickers already included to reset the whole game. However, there will also be opportunities to purchase additional sticker sheets. Wow, so here's the first thing. I don't feel like I should be finding out about this in the FAQ that there's enough stickers so that I can reset the whole game. Because that's the kind of thing that people, in board games we're just typically used to paying for. In addition, if you think about the Charterstone reset pack or something like that, it kind of feels... So I would spotlight that a little bit more and not have it in the FAQ. Why are there only 4 heroes? Nanolith is a game that is designed around the story, the development of the characters, and the relationship to each other. The characters are the protagonists of the plot. Without them, the story... We can't have a whole bunch of extra characters because this is so narrative-driven. That's fantastic. This really looks like a cool project to me. Update 6, Early Bird ends, stretch goals... no comments, 16 comments, 28 comments. So we got a great engagement on that one. Let's see what they did. All right, prologue, 816 location. This is a crazy, beautiful ride we're having. It's wonderful. We want to make it even more awesome. So, welcome to our first prologue update. We will have another more technical update later this day to deal with urgent questions which did pop up during the campaign. But for now, let's get immersed in the prologue of the campaign. Please read the instructions first. So there is another one where they're dealing with issues. I do want to read that because I love when companies... deal with it. I love seeing how different companies deal with their issues, and I feel like dealing with things very head-on and publicly like this, I always feel like it's a great thing. It builds a lot of sympathy if things go wrong because you've always been transparent with them from the jump. Thank you so much for all your support. Instructions for the prologue. Please don't post the hashtag in the update comments. You're also welcome to add appropriate hashtag in the comments questions that aren't related to prologue updates. What do you think you're on Game Found here? We don't use hashtags. I wish we did. It'd be super nice. It's actually a nice thing about the GameFound thing. You can click on the hashtags and go to specific messages. But Kickstarter doesn't do that sort of stuff because they don't have to. Fight. Hashtags given. So are they voting? Oh, they're voting on a decision or something like that. What's going on? Oh, so this is how they get engaged. Right here, what do I say? Ask a question. So they're saying, oh, we're going on a story. You're going to play through part of the game. That's cool. That's a really neat update. And then we got the engagement here. And so this is the update, the more business update right here. And then we got prologue. So I actually kind of like this. They have two very different updates. One where we're just purely going with the theme, and then one where we're going with all the business. And I actually like that a lot. Like the cut of the jig. Hello, everyone. It was a great feeling to wake up this morning and see that yesterday's dream was not just that, a dream. It is reality. Now, we live in a reality where your trust allows us to produce the great game. We are very enthusiastic and want to do everything we can to live up to you and your trust. But now let's clear up some questions that keep popping up in the comments. What's the deal with the comic stretch goals? Yeah, once again, like, 2 sentences right there. Just bam, extra pages in your book. Or whatever it is. Even without the stretch goals, the game includes many large-scale comics, inside of the book. So this is adding pages to the book, which once again, I think we should be spotlighting. You know, instead of join 1,100 backers, 56 pages, then maybe put a little Kickstarter unlock because you've unlocked more pages because we've unlocked these comics. This is a really cool idea here. This is a unique Kickstarter that's really cool. There's a lot of cool things to point to. And I don't feel like they do it that well on the main image. I feel like they do a great job telling me about some of the cool stuff in the game, but not. They still didn't tell me how. They still sold themselves short. That's how cool I think this game is. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. How long can you get the early bird pledge? How does it work with the stickers in the add-on? We're in talks with our manufacturer in China regarding alternatives to the stickers. We ask you for some patience on your side because it will surely take some time until we can discuss and calculate all options. Ooh, this is where it gets juicy. But we can promise you we are eager to discuss and clarify alternatives and possibilities. Please be patient. Until then, the following is important. There are enough stickers in every pledge to play Nanolith multiple times. It is not necessary to buy a sticker sheet as an add-on if you want to play Nanolith more than once. Great. And that's, once again, why I think... So they're like, oh my gosh, people are commenting about that. They're trying to address this. And what did I say earlier? I was like, I feel like this is a selling point. I feel like they should be spotlighting the fact, hey, and once you're done with this 50, 60 an hour adventure, we've included enough stickers that you can completely replay through it 2 times or 1 time or whatever, even if it's 1 time. But instead, it's something like, oh, we got to address this. No bookkeeping. By placing the stickers on the card, we save you the mess of dozens of little extra cards or worse, nothing extra effects. So people are complaining about having to essentially alter their cards. There's always going to be these people. Not saying they're wrong, not saying they're right. I'm not that person. But I get it. They don't like the legacy aspect of destroying components that they spent money on. This game tells a story that has irreversible consequences. That means you have to commit. And just as we have to deal with the choices we make in our lives, the cares. So say, that's our game. That's just our game. We can't fix our game. What's up with VAT and customs? Everyone is from a country to which we have friendly shipping will not pay any VAT. There won't be any customs for these countries as well. This should not be something that's posted on update number 5. Now, granted, it is in the shipping section, but that's why I feel like that should be spotlighted from the jump. VAT is free. No customs. That's fantastic. Their shipping is absolutely drop-dead fantastic. I just don't feel like they gave it enough due diligence and credit. Kickstarter updates, and then we converted it to German. Excellent. A question regarding the stickers. So they're in here. They're doing the customer service. Looks good. Comments, 738. That's a good chunk of comments. They got some really engaging people here. Hello, I absolutely love cyberpunk-style games, and this one has caught my attention. It's a really cool concept, and I love the original setting. I do have one question, though. Are the scopes of the minis finalized or still a work in progress? I like the new video update format. Simple solution for separating the conscious/unconscious sensory in the tuck boxes, including a card separator with every tuck box. Very nice. Very nice. You got a lot of people excited about this game. A lot of cool stretch goals. A lot of great stuff going on in the Nanolith Cyberpunk RPG board game. But let's give this one a final grade. Do I want it? Yes. This looks like a really, really cool game. It looks like those one-of-a-kind games, I guess I'll call it, where it's like it might never have a second print run, and if it ends up being really, really good, it'll be like, I missed out on that one because I didn't pull the trigger. It has that sort of appeal, and we all know that game. Everybody who's watched this video probably has that game where they're like, yeah, I kind of wish I would have backed that Kickstarter. I wish I would have pulled the trigger, and so they tickled that itch. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? I feel good. They raised $130,000, which makes making it substantially easier. It seems reasonably priced for what they're doing. That shipping is absolutely fantastic. That shipping scares me a little bit how good it is, but they're in Germany and they're shipping direct from Germany, which means they probably have some connections here or there or something like that, which makes me feel more comfortable. So can you do it? I'm going to give that one a yes. I feel okay. How much is it? I feel like it's very reasonable price. $122 in the United States of America, in and out on a Kickstarter, all in, 1 to 4 player, 50 to 60 hour epic campaign with comics and fun stretch goals and reasons to come back and check out the Kickstarter. And if you love the co-op of the Cyberpunk RPG theme, I feel like they scratched the itch well. The artwork looks great. The quotes, I think, neither here nor there. I really wish there was a gameplay video very clearly, distinctly in the video area, but they have the how to play. They have the rule book set up. I think they had it down there where you could play on the tabletop simulator. Yeah, it seemed like such a blur. I definitely feel like their social goal area was very clunky. It wasn't fun. The stretch goal area could have had more information. But overall, I feel like I'm around a A-, B+ on this one. I think the price seemed pretty spot on for what I saw. Yeah, it does not seem like a bad price by any stretch of the imagination in my mind. For 50 to 60 hours, 100+ pages, full color, choose your own adventure stories. Oh my gosh, tell me those words. Like, how much more moving is those words, are those words than what we got here? But I think I'm gonna be A- on this, A-, B+. Somewhere in there. Let me look at that main image. Am I creeping in the A territory? We didn't beat around the bush. The shipping was... I'm going to go with the B+. I feel like they could have spotlighted some things a little bit better, but still, really stinking cool looking game, and I hope this one absolutely lives up to the expectations because it looks fantastic. That is Nanolith Cyberpunk the RPG board game. And let me know in the comments below what's your final grade. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below as I'm trying to reach 15,000 subscribers. And as always, bye-bye. Boop. Bop.